Hey everyone, welcome in. We are here at Cultivate Church in Alabaster alongside Brandon Matthews, Director of Alabaster For Tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about what Alabaster For Tomorrow stands for. And Brandon, if you kind of want to take me through just how this organization got its start and kind of tell me a little bit more about Alabaster For Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for allowing us to have an opportunity to speak about what we do. I think what happens through Alabaster For Tomorrow is really important. And the first thing I would just say is our name. You know, people want to go, what does that even, what does that mean? And this is what we say, is that what we do today is for tomorrow. The decisions we're making today will affect generations to come. So it's important that the work that we do is making a difference today for tomorrow. So in a nutshell, we do prevention work for the city of Alabaster. So in 2017, the mayor at the time, Marty Hanlon, really had just a passion for making a difference for our young people and making the Alabaster the greatest place it can be. We have a great city and we want to continue to make it better. So Compact 2020 at the time, now called Compact, was formed. And it's a part of our police organization for Shelby County. And every city has a representative, has a police officer that's a part of that team. And so their job is to basically be sort of a next chance for those who get caught with substances, or, before it's like you got caught, you're in trouble, you're put away. And so their approach was, how do we help you? How do we get you to make better decisions? So then we've begun to bring that to a local level. And so the city got involved. And so now every city who participates in coalitions just like us, we do work to help aid their work as law enforcement. So on the community level, we work with business leaders, with parents, with teachers, the school system, churches, all to work together to make a difference today for tomorrow.
Talk about the partnerships that y'all have, both from an organization standpoint and then from a community standpoint as well.
Yeah, so the whole, what I love about this is I think about For Tomorrow being a connecting point. Rather than it's just an organization doing something, it's our whole community doing something. So we have 12 different what we call sectors that represent our organization. And those are churches, business leaders, school systems, city administration, moms, dads, grandparents, the media, you name it, police department. We all play a part, everything that's in our community coming together to do the work. And so that's the partnership. So there may be different things that your business or your organization is doing to help aid in prevention work, to make a community the healthiest place it can be. And so we want to support those events as well. So we'll help initiate things that are happening as well as facilitate things that other people are doing. So if we can be a part of that and work together. So we're kind of that connecting point for everybody in the community to come together and to do the work. We base all the work that we do in prevention, and what we focus on in what we do is called our Pride Survey. And that's a national survey that's sent out across the country. And we do that right here in the Alabaster school system. So we surveyed high school students, like the old Scanton test that back in the day, that's exactly what it is. And it asks students about their home life, about their peer pressure and friends. It asks them about substances that they may be tempted to use or are using. And we collect all of that data from a national organization sent to the local level, and it tells us what our kids are involved in and what they're doing. And then we can take that data and we can say, where do we need to help and what differences do we need to make in addressing the needs of our community. So we take that information, we connect our community together, involve them, and then we go out and we try to find creative ways to make a difference to address those problems.
What are some of those creative ways that y'all find to be able to make a difference in the community?
Yeah, well, social media is a big deal. So we do a lot of social media work. Back when the pandemic had hit and everything was shut down, we participated in a very large online, it was like a talent show, basically. Students could post their talents on social media, use a hashtag, connected everything together, and they competed for prizes and money. So we did that as a way to reach kids when we couldn't connect people together. Thankfully, we're back together. So we've been able to do some things. This past fall at Thompson High School, During Red Ribbon Week, we brought in what was called the Arrive Alive Tour. And they brought in a real automobile. Kids sat in the car, put these VR goggles on, and they experienced impaired driving, either through drinking, drugs, or using their cell phone. And the students thought they could do it. They were, really confident. And then once it went wrong, they exited the vehicle and actually received a citation saying everything they did wrong. You ran a red light, you sped, you swerved, all these things. And so students walked away with a real sobering reality of what it would be to be behind the wheel, impaired, and really the consequence of the decisions that they made. So that was a really cool. We took over 400 kids through that over 3 days. We also partner, like we said, with many of the businesses. Creative Wellness, right down the street here with Eileen Leslie, they hosted a whole month worth of free painting for a safe place for students just to drop in. Provided all the supplies. They provided an instructor, several hours booked for a room that they have there, just to provide safe places for students in our community to be able to go. And so these types of things that are continually happening, as well as all the community events that we take part in, health fairs, and the police, offer a big night that they do, the National Night Out that takes place, part in things like that as well.
How important is it for them to have that opportunity? I mean, I know that's the whole purpose of the organization. So how important is it for them to have those opportunities?
It's extremely important because we can remember back in the day, Just Say No, the Just Say No campaign. And as great as that was and the impact that had, there's something about just telling someone not to do something. There's another aspect when you walk along beside somebody when they're in the middle of it. And so that's what our approach has been is, yes, we're going to do signs and we have billboards out that kind of give this little brief, don't do this. But we want to get relational with these students and with our community to explain what it is. Vaping has become a really big issue, and there's a lot of confusion around what it is, what it does, and is it harmful, is it not harmful? And we have parents that can't keep up with everything that's going on. I mean, students are, they've got clothing that's geared to hiding vaping, drink bottles. I mean, it's amazing what's out there that our students are aware of, and our parents aren't. So we want to walk relationally with our parents and all these different community events that we connect to be able to bring that awareness to them as well. So it's extremely important that we're connected and we're relational.
What about just the involvement of the organization? Who all's involved? How do other people become involved to be a part of what y'all are doing?
Well, that's a great question. And I'll say in a nutshell, our representation from all of our community is involved. From our law enforcement to our city officials, our mayor is so supportive of what we do, and the whole entire staff of the city of Alabaster, because we're an arm of our city. We represent the city of what we do. So thankfully, they're so supportive of it and involved. Our school system is involved in what we do. We have representation from the school system in our meetings and all of these different things. So our entire community has a representation of what we do. And I would say anybody who has a passion for this and you want to make a difference today for tomorrow, there's room for everybody, down to just anyone who wants to volunteer, be a part. There's an area and a way in which you can do that. We meet on the third Tuesday of every month at 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. At City Hall, and it's open to anyone who wants to be a part of that. I know some people can't make that time due to work or whatever it may be, but we have opportunities on the weekend and the evenings, all different forms of ways.